Alrighty, making another video. Like I said, I wish I could just make a whole just hour video, but I can't. I don't. Not allowed. It has to be less than 10 minutes at a time. So that's kind of a pain in the butt, to say the least. But anyway, it is what it is. And going back to what I was starting to talk about a ways back, my gym workouts. Yesterday, I was pretty well rested, so I went right on the flat bench, pretty much, in the power rack, actually. Yeah, that's what I really prefer. If the power rack is open, then I take just a flat bench that's made for dumbbells. I put it right in there, align it properly, and I just really go at it. I can really load it up, and I really protein overloaded yesterday. Throughout the whole day, I was taking in a lot of protein, and I went to the gym, much later in the day. Usually I go a little earlier in the day, but I've been on vacation lately. My vacation started October 30th. I get a week. 1 week. That's it. Wish it was more, but it is what it is. I've been with the company now 7 years, and my pay is embarrassingly low. I want to move on so bad from that job. I really do. I applied to this one place that's not far from me, and I haven't heard from them. But it's a place that I would so much rather work at than where I've been working at for the last 7 years, because where I've been at, it's just very degrading in general, the work I do, and the pay is extremely low. I'm just an expendable utility / commodity, whatever you want to call it. So I've been wanting to move on from that place for years. I wanted to move on from there after I was there for a year, when I seen that they weren't gonna put me in any better position ever. It was pretty obvious right from the get-go, But anyway, I'm going off topic again. My workout yesterday, it was later in the day, and I was feeling real strong, so I was like, yeah, cool, power rack's open. I'm not one of these curls in the rack guy. I don't do any barbell curls in a power rack, but I do bench work in the power rack, because it's a great way to really overload, and break through your barriers and make some new gains. I was really loading up the barbell, because I was feeling a lot better, a lot stronger than I had been feeling for the last few weeks, because I've been having my shoulder issues for a while, but my shoulder was feeling a lot better, so I was able to use some legit weight for some legit gains. I was really loading it up. I do the arc. I like to arc my back a lot, tuck my feet way back and get myself into an arc and really load it up, and just, mostly can't really touch the bottom anymore. I have to just kind of restrict myself to partial range in this time of my life, this stage of my life. I mean, I am well over 40. Now I'm closer to 50 than 40. I've just entered onto that other side, of 40 something. So yeah, I just don't have that range of motion that I used to have, I'm trying to really overload though, and my chest has gotten a little too shallow in recent times. I'm trying to re-bulk, my body, trying to re-metamorphosize my body by overloading. So, partial reps though, they are great for, stimulating new growth, breaking through the barriers, because you'll hit a wall in muscle growth if you just keep using the same weights, even if everything's proper form and range of motion. You're going to hit a barrier. Obviously, you got to eat those extra calories. You got to have take in that extra protein, you know, to really up the ante and intensify the resistance of your, you know, your core movements. You know, like especially your bench, and then your what I was going to do, probably today I'm going to do legs, and then tomorrow I'll probably do like rack pulls. I want to really start getting back into them. Like I was starting to get into them, and then like my back kind of got pulled a little bit, kind of got tweaked a little bit because I wasn't wearing the right belt. The belt I was using, it was like a work back belt, and that's all I had on me. And I really got to wear my regular weightlifting belt for even rack pulls, even though I'm not bending down barely at all. It's still going to pull your back out if you don't have the right belt, you know. That weight is still going to do its thing on your back if you don't properly support your back, you know. But anyway, yeah, I'm really enthusiastic about really getting back into them. You know, that's a definite greatly underrated core movement. So I'm gonna really get back into focusing on them, and now I'm back in the saddle again with the benching, the overloading aspects of benching. And then I'll just keep doing my mostly leg presses as far as lower body. Like, I don't know, like with squats, I mean, I was going to try them again, and I'll wear my work shoes this time for added ankle stability. Make sure the belt is tight, but still I'm going to be pretty reluctant as to the weight that I use on squats. I think that's just the way it's always going to be from here on, because I just don't really have that type of physically inclined mechanisms for squatting a lot of weight anymore. It's just too many intangibles, like with my back and knees, you know. But like on the leg press, it's a lot different. Like I can really, you know, I can just really control the situation a lot better. I can modify, work around things that may be aching me, you know, like my knees or whatever. I can work my way around it on leg press. That's what it seems anyway, because like I could really work out my legs, you know, without like knee pain and, you know, excessive knee pain, discomfort, and feeling of ankle instability and back instabilities. You know, I don't feel vulnerable on it like I do with squats. Like I have to go so much lighter on squats than I used to. So kind of more or less squats just mostly turn me off. I'll still do them, but just with a very, very limited resistance that really, really pales in comparison to, you know, my good old days. You know, like in my late 20s, I could squat so much more weight, you know. But, you know, the body changes and you got to work around things. You got to change things. You got to modify things, just the way it is, you know. But anyway, with like things like curls, though, especially the dumbbell curls, I can still, you know, feel like I did when I was much younger. I still have that, you know, extra strength with them. But the barbell curls, I'm very leery. I go light, a lot lighter than I used to, because they'll really strain your back if you go too heavy on barbell curls. But like seated dumbbell curls, you can go really heavy. You get nice leverage. But anyway, I gotta cut it again.